Hello and welcome to Power Play On Demand. My name is Laura. I'm here with Jared and Amy today for a mind-body preparation video. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to be setting that plate to either 30 or 35 hertz. Remember, whether you're on a personal plate or one of the larger plates, just keep pressing repeat so that you keep that vibration going. If you are on one of the larger plates, you can set it to the full 9 minutes, but no worries if not. We'll just keep pressing repeat and I'll be reminding you of that so that we can make it through this 9-minute video and really be ready for our mind-body workout. So, you guys ready to go? Yeah. All right, let's hit it then. We're gonna start with our feet about hip distance apart and go through a nice flow mountain pose. Inhale, and then exhale right into that forward fold. Again, inhale, coming all the way up, letting that vibration come into the muscles and forward fold. Remember to keep those knees soft as we move through these flows. Weight slightly in the balls of your toes. Let's do one more. And exhale. Now we're going to move into our second movement, a chair pose. So I'm going to turn just a little bit to the side and have Jared and Amy do so as well. Sinking down into the legs, I want you to reach up through the fingers, sending the tailbone back, eyes looking down at the floor in front of you. Now at any time, if you're on a personal plate, if Amy were to feel a little wobbly, she could always have a chair behind her or move herself up against a wall and could use that for a little bit of extra support. Otherwise, you can be right on top of that plate, just balancing and focusing. Let's go ahead, face front, and let's go back to those mountain poses. Again, inhaling deeply into the belly and exhale into that forward fold. Remember, if you feel that plate stop vibrating at any time, just press that repeat button, keeping the vibration going. Inhaling and exhaling as you roll down, opening up through the spine, and come up one more time and let's move right back into chair pose. As you come into chair, think about squeezing all of those muscles and hugging your bones. That contraction of the muscle is going to help draw the vibration into the deep muscle fibers. Pulling shoulders away from ears. And let's come back to the front one last time, moving through that flow, mountain pose. Big inhale and exhale down, rolling through that spine. Inhale and exhale. Just keep that flow going, moving at your own pace. You don't have to necessarily be with us here in the video. You just want to move at your own pace. Keep that vibration moving through the body. Last one, exhale. And again, let's sink right down into that chair pose. See if you can sit a little bit deeper and really send energy out through the fingertips. So as you can see, with Amy working down on the personal plate, we have her just holding that fob in her hand so that she can just be pressing repeat without having to bend over and mess with that plate. If you're on one of the larger plates, it's a little bit easier, either setting it to that 9 minutes or just pressing the repeat right on top. All right, team, we're gonna move into a core section. So we're gonna come down off the plate, leave the mats on the plate. We're gonna be doing a plank. So shifting the weight up over the hands, draw in the belly. I'm gonna have Amy show the regression, thank you, my dear, doing that plank right down on the knees, just taking some of that leverage off of the body so that she can focus in on bracing through that core. And let's go ahead, push the hips to the ceiling for a down dog. Heels come down toward the floor, chest coming toward the hands. Look back through those knees so you feel that link down through the hamstrings. Sending energy out through the fingers so that we create a nice V shape with the body, using the plate to again draw vibration up through the back while lengthening those hamstrings. Same thing here, we see Amy on the personal. Nice V, my dear, nice and flexible. All right, team, shift the weight back up over the arms for a plank. Eyes extend right out over the fingers, tuck that tailbone. Softening the elbows. And again, breathing deeply into the belly, trying to find that center. pull those shoulders down away from the ears, creating space throughout the neck. And push those hips right up to the ceiling, feet a little bit wider, down into that down dog. I'm gonna open up through the chest and the hamstrings. So everyone's flexibility is gonna be a little bit different. As I mentioned, Amy's quite flexible here. Jared, not quite as flexible. We still see as a nice V, still achieving that work, using that vibration coming up into the body is really gonna help to improve flexibility for all of us. One last round, let's shift forward into that plank, please. Again, draw those shoulders down away from your ears, tuck the tailbone, and keep that breath coming deep into the stomach. Try to refocus the eyes right out on the fingers so we have a nice long neck, beautiful adjustments. Feeling that work through the core, the shoulders. All right, team, follow us and come right into that down dog one last time. Lifting with the tailbone, pressing your chest down into the floor. Focus on breath. Keeping your mind calm, drawing breath in. All right, let's move through one last section, a stretching section. We're gonna come into pigeon. So taking one leg onto the plate, angle it forward, then try to roll your hips over toward the plate, coming forward, leading with your sternum. So we're gonna feel a nice deep stretch through the hip, glute, maybe in that back leg a little bit. So same thing, you see we can do the same thing right on the personal. It is a little bit smaller area, but Amy's still got a nice platform to really get vibration into those muscles. And let's switch legs. It's about balance, making sure we work each side equally. So again, excellent. Jared's got his hip rolled right up over, nice flat back, keeping that great upright posture is gonna help stretch more into that glute as he's sitting here right through that vibration. And we're gonna come back to that first leg. We're gonna go through 2 more rounds of this. Hopefully with each set, we're gonna feel like we find a little bit more depth in the stretch, a little bit more length. So really think about lifting up and then pulling breath deep into the belly. And let's switch legs again. So again, try to think about what this felt like in the first round, how much flexibility you had, and how that vibration is enhancing the stretch with each progressive set. Try to relax through the shoulders, open up through the chest, and then draw breath in through the nose, deep into the stomach. All right, one last set on each leg. So let's switch back to that first leg again. One of the most important aspects to this is to keep that plate running so that we're taking advantage of the blood flow that the vibration does for all of our muscles, for our lymphatic system, for our central nervous system. And switch one last time. Again, rolling those hips over, lean into that stretch, finding just a little bit more depth in this last round. Breathing deep into that belly. A few more times here at the end. Wonderful job, Jared, Amy. Thank you both so much for joining me today. And for those of you at home joining us in this mind-body preparation video, hopefully we've got you set and ready for a great workout.